Cliff here, and I want to just explain some other opportunities you have for using rules to determine the measurement of an angle. Now, these rules are particular to angles that are created when you start with two parallel lines. So you see here I've got my two parallel lines, and then I've got a line that's going across them. This line isn't perpendicular. It's just going across the two parallel lines. Now we call that line a transversal. A transversal is this line crossing parallel lines. Okay. Every other definition I'm going to explain involves the transversal. So you just need to be comfortable. The transversal is this line here. So see how with the transversal you can find a variety of angles. Well, there are some rules that you can use to estimate or determine the measurement of the angles around parallel lines in a transversal. So I'm just going to show you what they are. Okay, the first kind of angle that you can find and talk about when you have a transversal crossing some parallel lines, there are alternate angles. Alternate angles are on the opposite sides of a transversal. So you see I've got my pair here and here, and they're between the parallel lines. So alternate angles are on opposite sides of the transversal between the parallel lines. Now those angles are always equal. So this angle is equal to that, and this angle is equal to that one because they're alternate angles. Good. The next sort of angle that you can have around a set of parallel lines in a transversal, they're called corresponding angles. Okay, so I've still got my parallel lines, I've still got my transversal, but this time I'm looking at corresponding angles, and they are on the same side of the transversal and the same position on the line. So they're sort of like a little mirror, a little twin, I think. So if you look here, you see this green one? Its corresponding angle is that green one. This one down here, its corresponding angle is here. So just a mirror, maybe not mirror, but exactly the same image on each line. So corresponding angles are always equal as well. Okay, and the last kind, they're called allied angles. They also have another name, but I'm not going to go there because I want to keep this simple. Allied angles are on the same side of the transversal. So they're either on the right or the left of the transversal. They're between the parallel lines. So you can see I've only got two sets of them in my image here. Allied angles are supplementary, which, as you recall, means they add up to 180 degrees. They're not equal like the other ones, but they are supplementary. So these angles always add up to 180. Okay, so there's three relationships of angles that you can find when you're looking at some parallel lines that have been crossed by a transversal, and you can use these rules to figure out the measurement of angles when the value isn't written for you. It's really just around getting your head around the terminology and remembering which goes with which. This might be one of those videos that it would be really good for you to watch a couple of times just to be sure that you understand the different terms for the different pairs of angles. But hopefully you've found this video useful, and good luck.